Hello YouTube, this is ATS882 here, and it's been a while since I posted a video, but kind of had a change of life over the summer, this past summer, and trying to decide what direction my life should go in. And so decided to go back to school for computer repair, and it's October 25th today, and things are going mixed. I'm taking AC and DC. If anybody knows anything about electricity, which I am learning, DC seems to be pretty cool. Not too bad. AC, on the other hand, is freaking me out. Was never good with trig, so the moment I saw sine, cosine, and tangent, almost freaked out, had a heart attack in class. So, but you know, climb that mountain bit by bit if I can. I also decided to lose weight because I got tired of being the size I am. My health isn't good to begin with. So definitely losing weight, and that, just I need to do it for my own health. I'll be 48 next month. Not getting any younger, and the gray hairs keep on multiplying. So, but and yes, I'm masking it. I have no wish to have a discussion on masks versus non-mask. Do whatever you think is right, is ultimately what I say. So in the weight loss journey part, over the summer, I went to my doc, my triannual. I go to the doc 2 or 3 times a day for a certain health condition, 3 times a year for a certain health condition of mine, and that needs to be monitored. But I was 247 pounds that day, and I can't remember when over the summer. It was June, July, I can't remember. However, since then, I started looking up the Japanese diet. And no, I'm not trying to say I'm an expert in that in any way, shape, or form, but I decided to watch YouTube videos. I bought some books on Amazon about the Japanese diet, Japanese cookbook, even to the point where I actually started to learn Japanese. So, I now know there are 3, and this video is going to be all over the place. I might as well tell you now if you haven't already noticed. But there are 3 alphabets, I guess, for lack of a better term, in the Japanese language. I can't pronounce the first one. I know it starts with Hi, which is looks like a U in Japanese. Yeah, I can probably spell the word better than I can pronounce it, but that's the first, and it's got 46 characters in it. And I'm almost memorized on all those characters. So basically, for the most part, I should be able to look at a Japanese, minus the 1010 or dot dot, or I believe it's called maru, and the 1010 dot dot looks like a set of parentheses in English over the letter, and you'll know that means that certain sounds in that character has now changed, such as ka. I wish I could draw you or show you the picture for ka, but it's Ka. And if you see a 1010 over that character, it changes to ga. It changes to a G. That whole K line changes to a G sound. So, Japanese doesn't seem to have, English commas and periods or anything like that, you look at the sentence and the sentence structure and different things tell you if it's a question, if it's a statement, stuff like that. I'm not deep into it just yet. I've only been taking it for about a month now. But now that I'm familiarized myself with that, mastered, not quite, but familiarized, I am now on the road to taking Katakane, I believe it's called. And that is another way to spell the same letters that you have in the first one. Luckily, there's only 46 of those characters, so hopefully by the end of the year, I will be fluent in both of them. That is my goal. And then we have kanji. 2,200 characters in regular use in Japanese language. 2,200. Oh dear. But I will climb that mountain when I get there. The good news is I am surrounded in the Japanese language because I am an anime fan. I'm a big anime fan. So, and I watch subs over dubs. And my reason for that is I started to know, always heard rumors that subs were superior to dubs because of it's a better translation. However, it wasn't until I started learning Japanese that, and I'll get back to weight loss in a second, but it wasn't until I started learning Japanese that I would hear something in the Japanese language and I did not see the English equivalent at all. No reference. So, I know Japanese language doesn't translate one-to-one to English, but if you hear a word in Japanese, you know what it is because it's a noun, and you don't hear that noun or see that noun in the English translation, it makes you wonder sometimes. So I'm saying that to say this. I am now able to see things in Japanese subs that I'm actively using to say, oh, I may not know what that word is in English. However, at least I can spell it in Japanese, kind of, sort of. So I'm traveling that road, and as frustrating as it is very fulfilling when I can actually say, hey, this is how you write whatever that is. And it's cool. At least I think it is. So getting back to weight loss and gone to the doctor's office over the summer, and I was 247 pounds. Decided to try to change my diet, so bought a Japanese rice cooker. I am cooking more or eating ramen. I know ramen isn't the best, but it's better than ordering from McDonald's 6 ways from Sunday. You just have to watch the salt and the amount of carbohydrates. But it's been doing very good, very well. Today I weighed myself, and as long as my brand new scale isn't broken, it's telling me I am now down to 228, 229, and I haven't been this light in probably at least 10 years. I don't think I've been this weight I'm sorry, 10, probably 25 years. 25 years it's been since I was this weight, easy, I'd say. So, and that's been over the course of a few months. I've been able to lose, a significant amount of weight, almost 17 pounds, about 17 pounds. So, if I could lose that much just over a change in diet, I downloaded 2 programs from the Google App Store. One is, I think it's called Lose It, and you keep track of how much you eat. It's a calorie counter. You keep track of how much you eat. You can add how much you do in exercise, how many calories you burn that way. Like, I also bought a stationary bike, and I started yesterday, very, very slow, 15 minutes. I don't want to fall off the thing because I haven't exercised in so long that my body goes into shock. But just for 15 minutes, I just sat there and cycled. And it was interesting. It was interesting. I'm not sore the next day, but you know, I want to do that every day. At least jump on there for 15 minutes. It's a start. You got to start somewhere. You know, you have to start somewhere. The most important part of every journey, they say, is starting it, not talking about it. Actually, you know, putting one foot forward. And I also had some encouragement because I was watching YouTube videos on people who are much bigger than I am. One guy was like 478, and he dropped 198 pounds in a year. 198 pounds in a year. You know, no matter what, if he stays at his new weight, he's changed his life forever. You know, hopefully he'll continue. But I was like, oh my gosh. And it wasn't like, you know, he was a superstar, or he wasn't a rock, or he was a normal person that has, you know, issues like I do, depression, health, you know, middle age, you know. So you see somebody who started at point A and they lost the amount of weight that I'm trying to get back. I haven't been down to 198 since I was in college, since I was training for football, running for football. When I actually was in shape for once in my life, I got down to 199, and I had a 32, 33-inch waist back then. Didn't keep it for very long, but you know. But he lost me back then. You know what I'm saying? The amount of weight he lost was me, my whole body. That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. I saw another two gentlemen, and they're you know, young, in their early 20s, it looks like, but they were much bigger than I ever was, and now they're walking around like looking like, you know, and it's just like, will I ever get there? I have no idea. The other program that I have is my Scales app, because it's a Bluetooth scale. So I keep track of that. So I keep track to the best of my knowledge, to the best of my ability. I keep track of what I eat. You know what I'm saying? I count my calories. Anywhere from the apple that I may or may not eat to the alcohol that I definitely do drink. But ever since then, and the scale measures your BMI, you know, your water weight, which is important for me to track. What else does it do? Body fat, subcutaneous body fat, skeletal. You can track your skeletal mass. It just tracks a lot, and it can show you what you do over time, and it sets goals, and it talks to you. Like yesterday, my Lose It app, and I'm not promoting them. I'm just saying this is the one I've been using. If you want to try it out, hey, I hope it works for you. Now I'm not being sponsored either. But you just put in the calories, and everything's been tracking, and then I get on the scale in the morning every day to weigh myself, and the scale was like this, and then it started going just down, down, down. And like I said, I don't know what I was when I started this journey, because it was probably a month that I wasn't keeping track of everything after I came from the doctor's office, and I wasn't trying to I hadn't put in any of this plan back then. So, but yeah, 228, 229 for the first time in probably from 25 years. Who knew? I sure didn't. And the funny thing is, on the gold that I put on my scale, I only put down 220 as my, because I'm still thinking, 247. I'm up there, So I put in, and I think that was before I weighed myself or whatever. I put down 220. I'm in breathing distance. I'm almost there. So, and best believe when I hit 220, I'm changing that goal down to 200. Changing that goal down to 200. If I get down to 200, oh my gosh, I just can't even. So, um, so I'm sorry if I'm rambling. Kind of who I am. But so that's the weight loss. That's the change in diet. Eating more salmon. Making tamago for my eggs. I know you have to be careful of the mirin because that's some sweetness, but when you got a half a cup of rice, some tamago, and some stir-fried vegetables next to you, and that's your dinner, is better than that Philly cheesesteak that I want. I'm not a big McDonald's, I'm not a big fast food person, but a Philly cheesesteak I could do, and I try not to order out too much at all. So sometimes I get sick of my meal, the Japanese, and I just need something different. But I always plug that in too. Whatever it is, I plug that in to lose it. And if I'm being a bad boy, it'll tell me, oh, you're 100 some odd over your calorie limit for the day. So, but I've also bought some dumbbells, and they should be coming in tomorrow. So I'm trying to get a weight training program going at home, and also I'm going to try and join a martial arts school. So I'm trying to put a bunch of irons in the water. Oh, good grief, Aaron. Trying to put a bunch of irons in the fire. And the big thing is finding what works for me, I know, but me not being lazy, or me not letting my depression get in my way. Hopefully I will start having victory in life, and start, even if it's small. Like I said, I've lost 17 pounds. So, and like I said, my app told me I lost 10 pounds. I guess 10 pounds since I was using the Loser app. Lost the size of a melon. Had a little graphic up there, a little pop-up talking about you lost 10 pounds. So it shows you some encouragement, you know what I'm saying? I took some pictures that I probably will edit in and upload of me with my top off. Scary pictures if I do this, so you have been forewarned. I promise you it won't be before this, so it's like a spoiler warning. So yeah, that's this Friday coming up. I have a plan to see one gym. This past Saturday I got a chance to sit in at another gym, and I may go check out this other gym to see what they're all about too, and that way I have some options. But hopefully I'm doing all that to help gain confidence, to be able to defend myself better, especially now that I'm getting old, or I am now old and getting older. And that, yeah. So that's the update that I have right now, and we'll see what the journey is, and if I continue in doing this, and hopefully I'll be able to, because I'm telling you, the YouTubers, those 3 YouTubers I saw yesterday, and they documented their journey on YouTube, and it's just like, I would love to have a story like that. You know, a year from now, I would love to walk around and be like, yeah, I got my shirt off, and because I never did that in my entire life. I never had the confidence. I was always fat, and I'm tired of it. But we'll see how tired I am. Because if I am, changes will be made. So, all right, man. I guess that's enough rambling for me. And hopefully, the journey will continue, and I'll post a bit more. All right, it's ATS 882 signing off.